What up, YouTube? Let me turn this stuff down real quick. For y'all. We get ready. Ride out. Work day over with. I got another mission. Well, what's up? This is your boy Zulu Go. Like, share, as long as I can while I make this journey. I gotta come hard, man. Usually when I take these breaks, I sit back and I watch, and it comes to me that a little information gets out there, but it's amazing how content creator after content creator is allowed to get on, and they just be missing. It be a lot of gaps in what they're saying, presenting to y'all, so you're not getting it all. So I guess I just fill in the blank, and I just keep doing it the way I've been doing it. As you know, your boy's real technical. I can see things in a way that people can't, from beginning to end, everything all in between. I'm telling you, I had females in the past tell me, when I break something down to them, they be like, "You take it too far." I'm like, no, I'm supposed to be able to see that deep into what's going on. And the fact of the matter is, they want a guy that has pretty much everything or most of what they can get, and they want you to be somewhat dumb. That's one of the key secrets. They don't want you to be blinded by how she looks or in love with her. Things that'll dumb you down and keep you out off your square. But I ain't got too old for that shit. I'm too old, too gamed up, too experienced for that shit. So just hitting the notes, like I'm gonna hit this dating real hard, man. Like y'all gonna have to let go of dating. Dating is part of one of the reasons why this country is in a ruin, why the state of men is in a ruin. It's a no-brainer. If females control access to sex, by relation, they control dating. If the dating process is an incorrect process, its origins stem from the fact that the thing was to try out multiple people, and multiple people alone goes against the nature of men. Have you guys really asked yourself that? Like, you excuse a lot of stuff because you think you ain't in a relationship, you don't have exclusivity. But I already gave you from the stream earlier today between the difference between dating and courtship and friendship, and how none of them dismiss the fact that you're supposed to be given necessary information important to you when you have an interest in somebody. So it also goes into every man has a territorial instinct. So sharing and dealing with somebody bouncing around from person to person goes against your manhood. Now I know it's fuck niggas from the male perspective, Dusties. Uh, you do have the Pookies and Ray Rays that are running amok. Then you had your Pookies and Ray Rays that become Reform Pookies. Shout out to the Reform Pookies. Glad you made it out. But being held accountable. When we make mistakes, we're held accountable. But what's being overlooked is the fuckery on the female side. And I ain't just talking about the gender war and the heated debates and the exchanges back and forth. I'm talking about the real deal fuckery that never is pinpointed and keyed in on. It seems like I'm a lone ranger out here. Like when they come out with these songs, fuck nigga free, hot girl summer and shit like that, they be talking about themselves. They don't even really be talking about niggas that do them wrong. They be talking about themselves because they are acting like the dudes that they felt like are getting away with doing things they feel like they should be. Now, Pete Gang, you can take the average female. You take the average female, and with females being able to have an advantage in dating, you will not be able to determine where has she placed so many men. Because we all know females get approached every day in some shape, form, or fashion. If not in person, the app's going crazy. You will never know. And I've seen females from the hood all the way up to with degrees, masters and bachelor's degrees, play the game wrong. I had to learn dating not how I would like to do it, but I learned how to look at it, see it for what it is, and learn how to maneuver around it or through it and try to avoid as much bullshit as I can from the females. It just hit me one day. I'm thinking I dated a chick. This is, uh, mainly in my 30s when I really tried to be on my grown man shit, when I really took off in my grown man shit. The teenage shit, early 20s shit, everybody all over the place. But when you start becoming more mature, your thought processes are able to be more controlled by you and slowed down versus hormones and impulse and stuff like that. Uh, Regardless of instinct, you use more logic. So I was able to start analyzing and looking at the behavioral patterns. And it was just amazing. I was like, well, damn, this shit been jumping off the whole time. I think the only earliest times in my 20s that I really took into account how females move was when I noticed that females before the internet and social media did stuff out of town. So the girls trip, girls night out, particularly out of town, out of state, was one of the key things that they did the most way before the internet, way before social media. And I bullshit you not. Before I even moved to North Carolina, I met a basketball player uh, at a sports event when I was still in my 20s. And he had pictures of girls from my hometown, was asking me about them. For sure enough, it was them. And one of the chicks I know for sure had a boyfriend, and he was a good nigga. And the chick that he was focused on was the chick that had the boyfriend. So you know how that went. Uh, that wasn't the only one. I had a homeboy from Cali name off some girls uh, from my hometown, from a completely different state. I think this happened in my 20s. This happened like with 4 or 5 different dudes asking me about chicks from where I'm from, and I knew them. You know, one nigga was talking about he had a chick on tape, getting the mouth and everything. Back then, that's when they had the camcorder, right? So I always knew females moved a certain way, but I really wasn't. Back then, you just holler at a chick. You know, back then I was a bookie too, so let me keep it real with y'all on that shit. So we just run down on the chick, man, and it is what it is. You deal with the moment. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't in tune with being well thought, investigating, asking all types of questions, kind of, doing the interview process and shit. Like, yeah, you see a chick, she look good. Yeah, she's single. It's niggas hounding her and shit. Like, yeah, usually right there on the spot, you know, game was game was live and direct and strong, and you just immediately muscle through to be at least the head honcho. You know what I'm saying? Probably still has side niggas lingering like they all. But it's a different kind of monster right now dealing with this internet, this social media. But females are the real fuck niggas, the weirdos and the dusties, the gold diggers. You know, the gold digger thing has benefited from being too intellectual and excusing hypergamy. Y'all know that, right? You got to be careful how you use hypergamy. So when dudes get to saying hypergamy, I'm thinking different scenarios and different types of hypergamy myself, depending upon the behavior of the female. But guys generally reference hypergamy too much, and they need to get a little bit more, uh, I would say, definitive with it in various ways. Except, all right, so let me keep going. I got a phone call. Let me message him and let him know I'm rocking out. Hold on, real quick. Let him know. Hold on, about 15. All right, so we got that. We got that straight. We back. All right. So I had to take care of that phone call real quick. I got that message. Let him know. Just chill out. Don't interrupt the show. So that was one of the first thing. One of the first thing I picked up on growing up as a kid, the gold digger, which is still prevalent today. Worse than ever, really. Everything's worse than ever. The gold digger, the the shaming, the rejection, the immediate ego, the shaming and rejection that was administered out to little boys from adolescence to teenager, uh, early adulthood comes from the ego, and females have had a toxic ego early. And I can attest to that because I had to cuss so many girls out from adolescence all the way through high school. You wouldn't believe how I used to give it to them. Don't come to me with that better than me shit. I wasn't on that. I wouldn't talk to them. I can promise you, there's females that I went to school with that used to complain through high school and in our 20s that he don't talk to me. I don't know why he don't talk to me, bitch, because I remember you tried to stun on the nigga with your ego. And I had to check off on your ass from that point on. You wasn't shit to me. I kept it pushing. And you know, they have babies and they get ran through and they gain weight and you still looking good, you still glowing. You still preserved. And somebody that you cool with or that can talk to you, that y'all still maybe connected as far as a mutual uh, history, they'll mention to that person, yeah, he don't talk to me much, or he didn't say much to me pretty much all through most of high school and da 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 da. Yeah, I'm 40 something years old and I still ain't gonna talk to him. Yeah, I hold that grudge. I don't play that shit. Yeah, if it's one of them ones that I always wanted to hit, then, oh yeah, you best believe, oh yeah, we cool for that moment. Got a couple of them like that too. But I'm always mention how females go on lots of dates for no reason. No reason at all. Why are you going on all these dates just to get food or just to use somebody to have something to do because you're bored and you know you don't like this dude? You think that is okay to use somebody like that? I already broke down to y'all what really friendship is. So really, you guys, you guys really hadn't been taking advantage of the friend zone. You when a female friend zone you, like I just gave you the game. I gave you some real game. Earlier today, I gave you some real motherfucking game. Let a female friend zone you if you want to tolerate or be around me. Bitch ain't got nothing immediately for me at the status or level that I require. I ain't really got time for the hoe. But you can't manipulate the friend zone. I gave you the game earlier. You got to know the true definition of the friend zone, and then you got to take a female into a deep discussion of what friendship really is. Because all what these females is doing is misapplying friendship. They just hear the word friend. They don't know the true meaning, the true definition of it, and they just throw it out there at you to categorize you some kind of way. You know, to put you in safekeeping, not really let you go, but keep you around for just in case purposes so they can go do some other stuff that they want to do. Right? But in a nutshell, you know, you just tell them, okay, well, do you know the true definition, the true meaning of friendship? I'm still going to have to know certain things. I'm only going to have a mutual affection, which is part of the definition, to be your friend. If we don't have a mutual affection, I can't be your friend. You know, and you just tell them because I have a dating interest in you. You know what I'm saying? If you date, it should be courting interest. That's the other thing you need to be telling them too. I'm here to court you, and I have requirements. You know, and I don't mind going through the courtship process. I'll do my part in it, but I have requirements. Can you meet these requirements? You know, you break them down to it. If she goes into that friendship mode, same thing. It's pretty much the same thing. True definition of friendship, what it really means. You have a mutual affection. You have a high interest in courtship, and you're only going to be her friend so as long as you know that she is single. She doesn't have nothing going on. She's not sleeping with nobody else, talking to nobody else, dating nobody else. Uh, or she can call you when she wants to court. Other than that, you decline. You decline anything less than not being told what you need to know. We don't share women, and we don't jump in cesspools. and we don't get used. Females going on dates, categorizing guys, keeping guys in the background, keeping them put up somewhere in DM, somewhere in social media, on phone apps, they don't have to have their regular phone. They got a phone app where, they can restrict and block their number, but take in the numbers of dudes they want to call from that app with an automatic restriction where they don't have to get their number out. Again, DMs. You got to, this is what you got to be careful of. We know there's always a guy out there that she really, really likes, that she's doing things with, definitely get piped down. And you don't know which guy is giving her the best sex, the kind of sex that you would like to get from her. You don't know which guy is getting that. But there is a guy getting it. So you should never be doing anything monetary-wise, time-wise, other than serious conversation about what's going on with her and what you're trying to do. And that's it. If she can't comply, keep it moving. That's the other creep shit. Doing things with multiple people while you got something going on behind the scenes. Just think about it. Getting piped down by one guy, going on dates with many guys, talking on the phone with many guys, and being able to use a bunch of dummies for dates, money spent, gifts, food, whatever. If that ain't a creep, if that ain't weirdo shit, that's part of the dusty part. The other dusty part is, all this goddamn spandex, tight shit, no dresses, not knowing when to come outside in a dress without panties on and let the coochie breathe, knowing the different vagina hygiene cleaning products, taking baths, multiple baths and showers throughout the day, the right foods to eat, essential for females having cranberry juice on a regular basis, lots of water. Like, man, the weave, stinking ass weave, rubber, plastic, toupee, whatever you call that shit, female toupee, what they call that shit, lace fronts, glued to their motherfucking head, makeup, different color hair, just dusty. Fake eyelashes, altered eyebrows. Man, I told y'all 2 years ago, however, 2020. I told you 2020 had all these alterations and especially plastic surgery and stuff, have them all looking like Michael Jackson, which also looks like a great alien. When you go to UFO files and you look at how they give you the pictures of great aliens, and then you see these thoughts like Selena Powell and how they look, and you can compare them and put them right there, portrait for portrait, and how they start to resemble one another. Shit's crazy, man. Weirdos. I mean, the fuckery also attached to behavior. Just how they do that sneaky, grimy shit. They laugh and giggle. You don't even want to get in how they talk about being behind the scenes. They talk about their own husbands and boyfriends behind the scenes of other women. I've seen women, I may have told y'all this before, how this is back when I was an Uber driver and Lyft driver. I pick women up on vacation. They be in their little girl groups and they be sitting there making fun of texts from their men, checking on them and saying how they love them and shit. They laughing and giggling. I'll immediately go into a conversation like, okay, so you think that's okay? You think that's cool? This man is showing he's serious about you. You making fun of him. You think it's funny. Yeah, I get it. You're young and you got a lot of life to live, but If you mess up, especially if that dude finds out that you're making fun of him like that, disrespecting him like that, I asked him, would you be okay knowing that this dude probably won't even talk to you ever again once he realized what you are? And the girl just stared at me. She got quiet. She really was in deep thought. The other two continued on with the bullshit. You supposed to take these people serious. Did anybody see the Melanie King show from 2, 3 nights ago, where the guy got on there and said his name was Blooper actually. He's coming from a Christian perspective, and he was saying how you should only really date, focus on one person, not be sleeping around and dating a bunch of people. Well, that's courting. That's courting. And Melody just shot that shit down. They shoot this stuff down because they know that the market is profitable, and they keep you in a mind state of control and believing you're supposed to do this. It's going to keep revenue for them. So this is why I'm hitting so hard on dating. The next stream is going to be dating exposed. I've already exposed it, but I'm just going to keep hitting hard on it. I got to get y'all to stop doing that shit. Don't date. Don't. The shit is wrong. It is destructive. You're shooting yourself in your own foot. Do not date. Dating is wrong. It is a trap that was set for you. How do you get into a marriage that leads to divorce? You start out by dating. And then they try to say vetting. Okay, cool, you can vet. But vetting is nothing but watered down courting. Courting is the real way. And then part of courting that went out of practice was contracting. See, men used to court women in contract, and their contracts were set in stone. Earlier marriages had different stipulations that was related to individual rights to contract. Wasn't no such thing as marriage, divorce, and alimony laws like that. And you always had the right to private contract. Courting involves a whole lot that you guys need to understand. And you need to take courting overseas when you do the passport thing. That's another thing too. I'm watching the passport thing get a little bit out of control. You niggas is getting carried away. You're not doing it right. Niggas be careful. Like, the passport is the way to go. He has a high 90% effectiveness rate. But you guys, you got to do it right. My trip's coming up. I chose a place that is not being flocked to. I really want to go to the DR. I really want to go to Brazil. I really want to go to Colombia. But, you know, I told y'all in 2020, man, how guys is blowing the spot up. And then the first thing they do is they try to figure out what happened. Well, it's you niggas. You niggas went down there with the wrong approach. Yeah, you're supposed to passport, but you can't take that American dating bullshit down there. You can't take dating anywhere. Nobody should be dating anywhere on the planet. You should be courting and contracting. And you should be going with some discipline. Now, nobody can stop you from going and, you know, knocking them down like dominoes. But just remember, knocking them down like dominoes, simping, and going down there with bad dating habits, especially when too many dudes go to one spot, you're gonna fuck it up for everybody. Just telling you guys. So I'm gonna end this stream, man. Females are the new creeps. They have been really for a long time. They actually are the original creeps. It's just been overlooked. They've been able to get by with it. We know who your real fuck niggas is. The good man, the good strong brother, not just good brother, but good strong brother, has to deal with two types of fuck niggas. The fuck niggas that are men, that are whoremonger males, covet males, that run all over the place and cause destruction via through a female that disrupts relationships, homes, and families, and can also disrupt finances. Niggas who don't care about who they smash, how they run through women, how they try to target women, take women out of situations, hound women. I've seen that. I've seen guys bother women that are in relationships, they're fine. You know, I was at a gas station one day, pulled up, started getting some gas. This female, nice looking woman. You can tell she had kids. I see the car seat in the back of SUVs. Still look good. Pretty face, pretty skin color. You know, I peeped that. I left her alone though. This one dude who always sees her ran down on her. She just told him, "You always ask me this. You know I got a man." And he just kept on with, just take my number. You know what I'm saying? It's like guys try to tell you like, "Oh, no man owes you nothing." Man, come on, man. Like, have some integrity out here in the world. Just as much as you would like to be left alone if you're in a happy relationship, or you're building and you got a family, you don't want that for yourself. So why would you do it to somebody else? This goes back to having code among men. A whore is one thing, but when a woman consistently tell you she is okay, you need to leave her alone. That's real fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Justify defending that. So you have men as enemies out here. And you got the fuck nigga females out here out to get what they can out of a dude. Not recognize your true value, your humanity, and like you and care about you and love you for who you are. And they thumb through and run through niggas for different things. Y'all guys are dealing with a lot out here, man. You gotta open your eyes. You're dealing with a lot. You're not just walking around just looking and seeing people coming to and fro. It's bullshit going down. They want to sell you this game, fake game. They want to sell you these courses. They want you to call into these shows. They want you to be a guest on these shows. They want you to super chat. They want you to cash out for nothing. Dating, I told you, is demonic. Plays right into the devil's hand. Y'all keep it up, man. It's your boy Zulu. Gotta like, share, subscribe, comment, man. Y'all better listen to me, man. Y'all have a good weekend.